Everybody, this is Engineer Abdullah. Welcome to my electrical site engineer course. This is the second part of our lighting system. In this part, we will be discussing about the home wiring. It is very important because before understanding any building wiring, you need to understand the home wiring because the home wiring is very simple. And if you understand the home wiring, then it is really easy for you to understand any building wiring or any infrastructure wiring system. Okay, so if you know about the home wiring, then you can skip this lecture and you can go to the next part. But if you don't know, that this is for you. So in this home wiring, we will be discussing different types of switches and lighting connections. For example, first we will discuss about the single switch single light system, then single switch multiple light system. Then we'll discuss two switches two light system. Then we will discuss two switches and multiple lights, and we will discuss it in detail. All right, so let's start with a single switch and single light. For example, if we have a light here, okay, this is now in off condition. We want to power it on. So for powering it, as you know, it has two terminals. So in first terminal, we will give it the phase wire. In the other terminal, we will give it a neutral wire. Okay, so this one is now connected. This light is now turned on. All right, but we want also to control this one because it cannot be turned on for all of its life. Okay, so we want to control this one. So how can we control it? How can we turn on and off this one? So we have to put uh a switch. Now we can put a switch either in this phase line or in this neutral line. So what will we select? We will select the phase line. Why we will select the phase line? Because the phase line is at higher potential. All right, the phase line is at higher potential and the neutral line is at zero potential. So if something happens here, somebody touches it or anything, or if it is even connected, so it will not create any problem. If this phase wire it gets touched with the light, or if somebody touches it, then he will get a shock. So that's why we need to put the switch in the phase line. All right, so now we put a switch here, a single pole switch. All right, so when we will press this one, it will turn on the light. When we will press off this one, then this light will turn off. Okay, so this is how we can control a single light with single switch. All right, okay, as you can see here, we have this phase wire. This is a neutral wire and it's connecting with the light. Here we have a switch in this one, and this is our light. So when we will turn on the switch, the light will turn on. When we turn off the switch, the light will turn off. So this was about single switch and single light. Okay, now let's discuss about single switch with multiple lights. For example, if we have this light and if we have this light, as you know, both will have neutral terminals here and we'll have neutral terminal here. So we will take the neutral line. This is, for example, our neutral line. We will give it directly to this one. Also, we need a neutral line for this one. So we cannot take the neutral from here, from the source, and give it to this one. We cannot do this one. What is the easy way? The easy way is to take a connection or a loop from this one. Alright. So we will take a loop from this one. And what will you do for the phase wire? For the phase wire, for example, this is our phase terminal. We will give the phase terminal to the phase terminal uh, of this light. Okay, and also we will have a phase terminal of this light. So we cannot take directly from this phase. We will have to do a loop from here. We can take a loop from here. Now the lights are turned on. Okay, these lights are now turned on, but it will be turned on for all the time if we do not put any controlling device. So for putting controlling device, if we want to control both of the devices, we will put one switch here in this connection. We will put a switch here and then we will connect. So this is a single pole switch here. Now if we turn it off, both of these lights will turn off, because for this light the phase has been taken from this one. Okay, and for if you turn on, both the lights will turn on. So similar cases here, as you can see here, we have this phase wire, okay, and we have this neutral wire. So this neutral wire is looped in these two, and this phase, it is also looped in these two lights. So if somebody turns on this this switch, it will turn on both of these lights. If somebody turns off this light, it will turn off both of these lights. So this is how you can put multiple lights. If you have 4 lights, if you have 5 lights, in one loop, as we discussed previously, in one circuit you can connect up to 8 to 10 lights that will have 15 to 20 watt. Okay, 15 to 20 watt you can connect in one loop. So this is how you will have to connect single switch and multiple lights. Now for example, if you want to if we have these two lights, this light and this light, okay, and if we want to put we want to control them separately. Let me remove this one. We have this light and this light. As you know, we will have a neutral here. So for neutral, as we do not put any switching here, so we will take it from neutral and we will put in here. Okay, for the phase, as we have the phase line here and we have a phase line here. Now we want to control these two lights separately. So what will we do? We cannot take directly from here. We cannot do this one. Why we cannot do this one? For example, uh, if I put a switch here, okay, one switch I have here, and if I want to put a switch here in this location, come on man. If I want to put a switch in this location for this one, let's see, I have taken from here and I want to put this switch here. So what will happen if I turn if this is turned on and this is turned on? So both of these lights will turn on. If this is turned on and this is turned off, so only this light will turn on because the power will not come here. But if this this switch is turned off, then both of these lights will turn off, okay, and this switch will have no role then. So that's why we cannot take it from here. We have to take it from here, from this. All right, we will have to take it from here. We have to erase this connection. Okay, now the switch is getting the power from this line directly. From this line, this is neutral, so the power is coming here, then it will be broken here. The circuit will be broken here. Now this switch can control this light and this switch can control this light. So this is how you can connect two switches for two lights. Okay. If we have two switches for multiple lights, how you can do this? For example, if we have this light, we have this light, and we have this light, and we have this light. As you know that the neutral will go to all of the neutral terminals of the lights. For example, we have here, we have here, we have here, and here. These will all be connected and given to the neutral line. Okay. Now we have the phases. So I want these two lights to be connected from one switch and these two lights to be connected from one switch. So what we can do, here we have our phase line, then we will give one switch here. Okay, we will give two switches and we will take loop from here, we will give another switch here, and this one we will give to this wire and this one we will give to this wire. Okay, so when somebody will turn on this switch, these two lights will turn on or these two lights will turn off. Similarly, with somebody control from here, these two lights will turn on or off. So this is how you can connect two switches with multiple lights, and this is our wiring. For example, as you can see from here, we have three wires are coming from here. One is Three wires are here. One is line, one is neutral, and one is earthing. Line, neutral, and earthing. So where will we put the switch? We will put the switch in our line. Okay. So the line, this black one, it's coming here. It's passing through the switch, and then it is here coming in this conduit, and then connecting with the phase terminal of the light. Okay, then we have the neutral. So what will happen to the neutral? The neutral here will go directly to the other terminal of the light. So neutral is coming here, as here we have a slice. This one is called uh, wire nut connector. So it is connected here because we will have the cable here. Till here we will have the cable, and then after that we will have the wire. So here is the connection, and then it is directly going the white one to the neutral line. All right, after that we have the earthing. So what is the earthing for?